Hello, my name is Anne-Marie Duffy. I'm a Product Success Architect at ServiceNow, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to configure the Service Graph Connector for AppDynamics. The agenda. What is AppDynamics? What is the Service Graph Connector for AppDynamics? I'm going to give you a demo on how to configure this connector and wrap up with a summary. So what is AppDynamics? AppDynamics is a cloud-based observability solution that is used for monitoring an enterprise's applications and infrastructure. It captures an application's topology and events associated with the application components and infrastructure in this topology on a real-time basis. And I'm just showing a screenshot of a typical AppDynamics homepage where a MediaWiki application flow is being shown. What is the Service Graph Connector for Observability AppDynamics? It's a ServiceNow ingestion tool for ingesting application component and infrastructure data from AppDynamics and populating the CNDB with this data in your ServiceNow instance on a scheduled basis. It also supports the consumption of AppDynamics events into your ServiceNow instance real-time if you have the Observability Commons framework installed. So now on to the demo. I'm here in my Washington instance, and I've already installed the latest version of AppDynamics, version 1.3. And just to call out as well, what's important is first I installed the Observability Commons framework before I install the AppDynamics framework, and that's important to call that out, especially if you want to use the event management functionality part of AppDynamics. So to just go into guided setup, I just type AppDynamics, and I select setup. Now I'm already in setup here, so this is the home page of setup. And you can see here, I just go into the first section, which is configure the connection. I literally just, for the first part is configure credentials, where you put in the username and password. I've already done that, so I don't need to do that again. And I mark that as complete when I've finished. The next step is configure the connection, where I put in the URL to my AppDynamics cloud solution. And I click on the URL builder to include the HTTPS section of the URL. Then, again, mark that as complete. Then I go into validate data sources. So I just click on test load 20 records. And I see there that it's complete, it's success, and that's what I wanted to see. So just go back out to the other setup steps. The last step here is push HTTP request template, and I only see this when I've installed my Observability Commons framework. I've already done this, but what you normally see is a push HTTP request template related link that you click on to push the ServiceNow metadata up to AppDynamics, so that AppDynamics knows where to send the AppDynamics events to. And in this case, would be the name of the AppDynamics profile in the AppDynamics side that's used to store this ServiceNow metadata. So I'll just get back out of that. So the next section then is advanced. So just go into advanced settings. And what's important to call out here is you should turn on this toggle to populate relationships between tiers if you want to use the service mapping part of the AppDynamics functionality. The service map that automatically get generated at the end of a scheduled run. You need to turn this on if you want to show to have the service map show the relationships between the parent and the child nodes in the service map. It's not on, and you can leave all the rest as the defaults as is. Last section then is set up the scheduled jobs. So you just click on configure. It'll bring up the parent job, which is in our case AppDynamics servers and applications, and you'd mark it as active. I've already turned mine on as active, so I don't need to do that again. But just to show you the other scheduled jobs that you should see, there's 4 here: application services, tier-to-tier relationship, server tags, and the parent again is server and applications. So to test out this running, I just click on execute now, and I go to concurrent input sets. And I see here that this is running. That's all I want to do. Just that tells me that when I see data being loaded that it's working. So that's all good. So that's for the demo piece. And then on to the summary, just to cover, we reviewed what AppDynamics is. We reviewed what the Service Graph Connector for Observability AppDynamics is. and I demonstrated how to configure the Service Graph Connector for AppDynamics. Lastly then, for more information, there's the ServiceNow documentation page on the AppDynamics Service Graph Connector, and there's the AppDynamics Service Graph Connector white paper I wrote in ServiceNow community. Thank you for your time.